Have you ever wondered what it would be like to completely leave behind modern society and live off the land? To truly embrace nature and rely on your own skills and resourcefulness to survive? For Eustace Conway, this isn't just a fantasy, it's his reality. Conway, one of the stars of the popular TV series Mountain Men, has captivated audiences with his rugged lifestyle and deep connection to nature. But somewhere along the line, rumors started to swell that something really bad might have happened to him, even hinting at a possible mysterious disappearance in the mountains. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the fascinating life of Eustace Conway, from his early fascination with nature to the truths surrounding the mysterious rumors. So stick around, because his story is one you won't want to miss. Eustace Conway was born on September 15, 1961, in Columbia, South Carolina. From a young age, Conway exhibited an intense fascination with the natural world. His childhood was marked by a profound curiosity and a relentless desire to understand the wilderness. Unlike many of his peers, Conway was not content with merely reading about nature or watching it on television. He wanted to experience it firsthand. This passion for the outdoors was largely influenced by his parents. His mother, Karen Conway, was a devoted environmentalist who encouraged her children to appreciate and respect nature. His father, Eustace Robinson Conway III, also played a significant role in fostering his son's adventurous spirit. Together, they nurtured Eustace's love for the natural world, taking him on numerous camping and hiking trips and teaching him the skills necessary to thrive in the wilderness. So it isn't totally surprising that at just 17 years old, Conway made a life-changing decision. He left his suburban home to live in the woods. This was not a temporary escape or a weekend adventure, it was a permanent lifestyle change. Armed with only basic supplies and a wealth of knowledge about survival skills, Conway immersed himself in the natural world. He lived in a teepee he built himself, hunted for his own food, and relied on the land for his daily needs. This bold move was the beginning of Conway's lifelong commitment to living in harmony with nature. With Eustace embracing this rustic lifestyle, he didn't totally lose sight of the real world. Not many would know this, but Eustace actually has a bachelor's degree. Eustace Conway attended Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in anthropology and English. His time at the university was marked by a deepening of his interest in cultures and the natural world, which complemented his practical skills in wilderness survival and traditional living. Conway's academic pursuits were not just a means to an end. They were an extension of his lifelong passion for understanding human relationships with nature. His studies in anthropology provided him with a broader perspective on how different cultures interact with their environments, further fueling his desire to live in harmony with nature. This educational background, combined with his hands-on experience, helped Conway articulate his vision and mission at Turtle Island Preserve, blending academic knowledge with practical application to educate and inspire others about sustainable living and environmental stewardship. Conway's early experiences living in the wild laid the foundation for what would become Turtle Island Preserve. In 1987, he purchased a piece of land in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. He named it Turtle Island Preserve, after the Native American legend of the earth resting on the back of a giant turtle. This 1,000-acre preserve would become Conway's home and the base for his life's work. At Turtle Island, Conway sought to create a self-sufficient, sustainable community that embodied his values of simplicity, conservation, and respect for nature. He built log cabins, barns, and various other structures using traditional methods and materials sourced from the land. The preserve was designed to be a living museum, showcasing a way of life that many believed had vanished in the modern world. Turtle Island Preserve quickly gained attention as an educational center. Conway began hosting workshops and camps, teaching people of all ages about primitive skills, sustainable living, and environmental stewardship. These programs were not just about learning survival techniques, they were about reconnecting with nature and understanding the intricate balance of the ecosystem. Conway's ability to convey his knowledge and passion made Turtle Island a popular destination for those seeking a deeper connection to the natural world. Conway's unique lifestyle and the educational mission of Turtle Island did not go unnoticed. His dedication to living off the land and preserving traditional skills drew the attention of media outlets and television producers. In 2012, he became one of the main characters on the History Channel's reality TV series, Mountain Men. The show follows the lives of individuals who have chosen to live in remote areas, relying on their skills and the natural environment to survive. Mountain Men offered viewers a glimpse into Conway's daily life at Turtle Island. The show highlighted his expertise in survival skills, his commitment to sustainable living, and the challenges he faced maintaining the preserve. Conway's segment on the show was a stark contrast to the fast-paced, technology-driven lives of most viewers, and it quickly became one of the most popular parts of the series. For many, Eustace Conway was more than just a reality TV star. He was a symbol of a simpler, more sustainable way of life. His dedication to his principles and his willingness to share his knowledge with others earned him a devoted following. Despite the idyllic vision of Turtle Island, Conway's journey was not without its challenges. One of the most significant obstacles he faced came in the form of legal battles with local authorities. In 2012, shortly after Mountain Men began airing, Conway found himself at odds with the North Carolina Building Code Council. The council claimed that many of the structures on Turtle Island did not meet state building codes and posed safety hazards. They issued a series of violations, demanding that Conway bring his buildings up to code or face substantial fines. For Conway, this was more than just a bureaucratic hurdle. It was a fundamental challenge to his way of life. The traditional methods he used to construct the buildings were not only functional, but also integral to the preserve's educational mission. Modernizing them to meet contemporary codes would undermine everything Turtle Island stood for. Conway fought back, arguing that the building codes were designed for urban environments and were not applicable to his self-sufficient off-grid preserve. His battle with the Building Code Council garnered significant media attention, drawing support from those who saw the regulations as an overreach of government authority. The legal dispute reached a critical point in 2013 when Conway temporarily closed Turtle Island to the public. He was determined to fight for his vision, but recognized the need to comply with certain regulations to continue his work. After months of negotiations, Conway and the council reached a compromise. He was allowed to reopen Turtle Island, provided he made some safety modifications and agreed to periodic inspections. The agreement was a victory for Conway, allowing him to continue his mission while maintaining the preserve's traditional character. As with any public figure, Eustace Conway has been the subject of much speculation and differing opinions. Fans of Mountain Men admire his commitment to living off the land and his efforts to educate others about sustainable living. They see him as a modern-day pioneer, preserving a way of life that is increasingly rare in today's world. However, not everyone shares this romanticized view. Some critics argue that Conway's lifestyle is impractical and idealized. They question the sustainability of his methods and whether they can be realistically applied on a larger scale. Others have speculated about his motivations, suggesting that his presence on a reality TV show contradicts his message of simplicity and anti-materialism. These differing perspectives came to a head during Conway's legal battles. Supporters rallied behind him, viewing the building code dispute as an example of government overreach and a threat to individual freedoms. Detractors, however, saw it as a necessary enforcement of safety standards and questioned Conway's resistance to regulation. At some point also, fans got the shock of their lives when a persistent rumor that Eustace Conway had disappeared in the mountains surfaced on the internet. It caused considerable concern among his fans and followers. This speculation emerged primarily because of his lifestyle and the remote, solitary nature of his existence at Turtle Island Preserve. Given Conway's deep connection with the wilderness and his tendency to embark on solo expeditions, it wasn't entirely implausible for people to think he might have gone missing while exploring the vast expanses of nature. However, luckily enough, the rumor was unfounded. Conway has faced numerous challenges, including legal battles and the physical demands of his off-grid lifestyle, but he did not disappear. Instead, he continued his work at Turtle Island Preserve, teaching survival skills and promoting sustainable living. His sporadic appearances on Mountain Men and occasional media hiatuses may have fueled the speculation, but Conway remained committed to his mission. The rumor highlights the mystique surrounding Conway's life and the intrigue it generates. His adventurous spirit and unconventional way of living naturally lead to such stories, but Conway has consistently emerged to reaffirm his dedication to his cause and his ongoing presence in the world of wilderness education. Though the rumor turned out to be a lie, his sporadic appearance on the show might have been due to some other factors, which included the loss of his beloved truck in one of the episodes of the show. In one memorable episode of Mountain Men, Eustace Conway and his partner faced a daunting challenge that underscored the precarious nature of their existence. The episode begins with Eustace and his longtime friend and business partner Preston Roberts preparing for a crucial task that involves transporting lumber using their trusted old truck. The truck, a vital tool in their daily operations at Turtle Island, was not just a means of transportation, but a lifeline that enabled them to gather and move essential supplies. During their journey, the truck suddenly developed a fault, which the duo noticed and had to make a stop. To avoid being stranded in the middle of nowhere, Eustace and Preston quickly evaluated the situation and proceeded to remedy it. Without the truck, their ability to haul materials and maintain their homestead could be severely compromised. This encounter highlighted the fragility of their lifestyle, where one mechanical failure could cascade into a series of critical setbacks. As the episode unfolded, both the show hosts and viewers got the shock of their lives. In a sudden turn of events, the truck immediately began to roll down the slope. The whole thing happened so quickly and left the duo powerless in the face of the whole drama. They watched as the truck got totaled on the way down, scattering its contents all over. The loss of their truck was a significant blow and might have been reason enough for Conway to stay away for a while, but nothing could prepare Eustace Conway for the devastating personal loss that was to come. Preston Roberts was more than just a partner to Conway. He was also a close friend and confidant. Their relationship was built on years of shared experiences, mutual support, and a common vision for Turtle Island Preserve. Preston's presence was a constant source of strength for Eustace, and together they formed a formidable team. However, in 2017, tragedy struck when Preston was diagnosed with liver cancer. The diagnosis was sudden and severe, leaving little time for treatment options. The speed with which the illness progressed shocked everyone, especially Eustace. For someone who had spent his life conquering the wild and overcoming physical challenges, facing an enemy that he couldn't fight with his hands or his wit was an entirely different kind of struggle. Preston's illness and eventual passing left a gaping void in Eustace's life. The emotional impact was immense. Eustace had lost not only a partner but also a dear friend who shared his dreams and aspirations. The two had weathered many storms together, and Preston's absence was a stark reminder of the fragility of life. The loss of Preston Roberts took an immense emotional toll on Eustace Conway. Known for his stoic demeanor and rugged perseverance, Eustace found himself grappling with profound grief. For someone who had always been a pillar of strength, this personal tragedy shook him to his core. The impact of Preston's death was evident in Eustace's demeanor and his work. Friends and fans noticed a marked change in him. The energy and drive that had always characterized his efforts at Turtle Island seemed diminished. The loss had cast a long shadow over his life, making even the simplest of tasks feel burdensome. This profound grief led to widespread speculation about Eustace's future on Mountain Men. Many wondered if the emotional strain would prompt him to step away from the show. The grueling demands of living off the land, combined with the emotional burden of losing his closest friend, seemed overwhelming. It was a pivotal moment where the world watched to see if Eustace would retreat from the public eye and focus solely on healing and rebuilding his life. The possibility of Eustace leaving the show was not unfounded. The pressures of reality television, combined with the personal loss, created a perfect storm of stress and sorrow. Friends, family, and fans alike understood that Eustace might need time away from the cameras to process his grief, and find a way forward. Despite the heavy burden of grief, Eustace Conway demonstrated remarkable resilience. While the thought of leaving mountain men was a real consideration, Eustace ultimately decided to continue sharing his journey with the world. His decision was not just about personal strength, but also about honoring the legacy of his friend, Preston Roberts. Eustace's return to the show was marked by a renewed sense of purpose. He channeled his grief into his work at Turtle Island Preserve, continuing the mission he had shared with Preston. Every log cabin built, every workshop held, and every new endeavor at the preserve became a tribute to his fallen friend. This period of his life illustrated not just survival in the physical sense, but also emotional and spiritual endurance. Eustace's story resonated deeply with viewers who had followed his journey over the years. It highlighted the human aspect of his rugged lifestyle, showing that even the toughest individuals are not immune to the pains of loss and the struggles of coping with grief. His openness about his grief and his determination to carry on offered a powerful message of resilience and hope. Despite the challenges and controversies, Eustace Conway's story did not end with his legal battles or any other challenge he faced. In fact, they seemed to only strengthen his resolve and increase his determination to share his message. After successfully navigating the regulatory hurdles, Conway continued his work at Turtle Island, and his presence on Mountain Men remained a key element of the show's appeal. In recent years, Conway has returned to Mountain Men with renewed vigor. The show has provided him with a platform to reach a wider audience and inspire more people to consider alternative ways of living. His segments continue to highlight the beauty and challenges of a life deeply connected to nature, showcasing his ongoing efforts to educate and preserve traditional skills. Today, Eustace Conway remains a prominent figure in the world of outdoor education and sustainable living. Turtle Island Preserve continues to thrive, offering workshops, camps, and educational programs to people from all walks of life. Conway's commitment to his mission is as strong as ever, and he remains an influential voice in the conversation about environmental stewardship and sustainable living. Conway's journey is a testament to the power of passion and perseverance. From his early days living in a teepee to his battles with local authorities and his continued presence on Mountain Men, he has stayed true to his principles and inspired countless others to reconnect with nature. His story is a reminder that there are many ways to live a meaningful life, and sometimes the path less traveled is the most rewarding. As we reflect on Eustace Conway's life and legacy, it's clear that his impact extends far beyond the confines of reality television. He has sparked a movement, encouraging people to question their relationship with the natural world and consider how they can live more sustainably. Whether you see him as a modern-day pioneer, a dedicated educator, or simply a man following his passion, there is no denying that Eustace Conway has made a lasting mark on the world. His net worth, as of 2021, is estimated to be around $200,000. This valuation primarily stems from his appearances on the History Channel's Mountain Men and the educational programs he conducts at Turtle Island Preserve. Despite his modest net worth compared to mainstream celebrities, Conway's wealth is not measured in monetary terms alone. His true riches lie in his extensive knowledge of wilderness survival, his deep connection to nature, and his commitment to educating others about sustainable living. His lifestyle and values reflect a form of wealth that transcends financial metrics. Eustace's story is an inspiring tale of resilience. He faced significant challenges, fought battles, and emerged stronger, continuing to inspire and educate through his work at Turtle Island Preserve and his role on Mountain Men. His story is a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring allure of a life lived in harmony with nature. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about extraordinary people. See you in the next video.